Welcome to Dear MEMAW podcast with MEMAW and
Morgan.
Morgan, my daughter Morgan. Welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you joined us here today. Whether you're on Spotify or Amazon or Apple, or our favorite is YouTube because you can watch us.
Yes.
And I like that. I like that
Yeah.
because then
It's like more
it's
personal that way. You can
exactly.
see
Thank
us.
you, Morgan. It's more
Yeah.
personal that way. So we are here today. If you've been following us for a while, I do motivational speeches on TikTok and got a big following really fast. So we decided to do Dear MEMAW. Dear MEMAW is where you write letters to us, your personal letters with your problems that you may have, or you want some advice. And we do that letter here on the podcast. Yeah. So
Mhm.
Morgan joins me because she's my kid.
She
She's a
makes me.
grown
She
up.
forces me to. I'm just kidding.
And that way we can have a different perspective, right? Not just
Yeah.
old Mima all the time. Or as somebody said today, Morgan, did you see the comment somebody said today is, listen to that old lady.
I didn't, but the comments do make me laugh. They do sometimes. You guys are
Yeah,
funny.
your comments on
The
my
Morgan Freeman
videos.
one took me out
Yeah.
today.
Somebody said that I was the female version of
Morgan
Morgan
Freeman.
Freeman. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take
I
that.
think that's a compliment, right?
Yeah, I thought it was
For
pretty
sure.
good, pretty good. So if you're not following us on any of the other social medias, please do that because you'll
Right.
see a bunch of videos that I've made, especially TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok has a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And that way you can hear a bunch of different subjects that I talk on.
Yeah, and
So,
if you need something particular too, like on YouTube and Instagram, we have different categories. So if you just need a pep talk that day or you just need a morning reminder, you can go to the different things and watch the
right.
videos just for that.
And there's days when we want that, when we want the help through the
Right.
day. And what we've tried to do is put in categories so
Yes.
that you can have a bad day and listen to this or
Yep.
whatever, listen to that. Um, But we'd always like you to join us. And let me just tell you this, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm an old lady, as I've been told today, who's been through a lot. And so, we just give advice from
Right.
life experiences, and it's kind of funny. If you had asked me if I'd be doing this a year ago, I would have probably laughed at you.
Right. Right.
And here we
Definitely.
are. Yeah. When I
Definitely.
told Morgan I had the idea for a podcast because we get all these letters and I can't see them all because you guys send them into my messages on TikTok. I said, we should just do a podcast. You want to join me? And she was like, yeah.
Why not?
So anyway, Morgan, tell them where they write the letter
The
and all that.
letters. So your letters, we need them. Like Mima said, we use them. It drives the podcast. So send them to Dear Mima Podcast. Mima is MEMAW at gmail.com. We need your letters. And like Mima said, we're everywhere. So don't worry if you can't find us everywhere. Find us one place. And then the links for everywhere else are in the bio. So Instagram is Mima Talks, and as well as Facebook. And then we have Dear Mima on YouTube.
Yep. And I even have a Substack too. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to be everywhere. I don't
Well,
know.
listen, we
Like
are growing for
most
sure.
people
We are
retire
growing.
at this age, Morgan. What am I
Listen,
doing?
life is just getting started. We are excited. We are excited.
Okay. We are excited. This is not what I plan to do in my retirement days, but I
Right.
am enjoying the heck out of
It's
it.
fun. Right. It is
Yeah,
fun.
it is a lot of fun. And I get to spend time with my daughter who actually lives in Florida and I live in California. So us doing these is a lot of fun. A lot of
Right.
fun.
It's like we're
So
together.
Morgan, we could sit here and talk forever, but
Right.
let's go ahead and
Hop into it.
hop into it if you can read the letter
All
for us today.
right. Here we go. So our letter today is from Lisa. Hi, Mima. I recently went through a divorce. Decided to move away from the state. First, I thought of having my oldest daughter and grandchildren move in with me, but then conflict started on the phone, so I basically told her it was a bad idea. You see, I have a big heart, and my daughters know where to hit me the hardest. With that said, I did decide to buy a house elsewhere. One of them told me they didn't want to hear anything about the house and is not speaking to me. The other one seems to think I owe her an apology, because I hung the phone on her because it was getting heated. I'm the one that always solves their money problems. Please help me stop doing this. I want a relationship with my daughters, but I feel like it's on their terms. Thank you for listening to it.
Oh gosh. We got a lot of things going on in there. Divorce,
Yeah.
distance, conflict with her daughter, being
Right.
pushed out.
Right.
And I'm gonna guess if she has conflict with her daughter, maybe she's not seeing her grandkid either.
Right. Could
She didn't
be.
say that to us. Um, it's heavy. It is heavy to love people that hurt you.
Yeah.
Without going into details, I can speak from experience. So, you're already grieving the loss of your marriage. Like,
Right.
that's
That's a
tough
big thing.
enough
Right.
already.
Right.
Like, that's a big thing to go through. And, we don't know a lot about all the issues. When we get the
Right.
letters, there's not a lot of things. So
The
we've got to
details.
kind of
Right.
go on the generalness of it
Right.
because we don't know if the daughter's maybe mad at you for the
For something
divorce.
else. Right. For something
Yeah.
else.
We don't know the issues of that, and that could be where it all stems from.
Yeah.
You
Divorce is
know,
complicated for sure.
yeah, and I think that it seems to me that you've always been the fixer, the one that holds everything
Yes.
together.
The
Um,
glue.
right, right, right. But you wonder who's fixing you, Lisa. Who's
Right.
fixing you?
Right. Who has your
Who
back?
holds you together?
Right. Right.
So one of the things she said to us, Morgan, was that she seems to be the cleanup person. We'll call a
Right.
janitor or something, a cleanup person.
Right. Right.
Um, and I understand that. When she's had at least 2 daughters, and, it seems like they're both not speaking to her right now.
Right.
So, I understand that being a fixer is pretty tough to hold it all together. But let me tell you this, I don't think fixers are born, I think the family makes you the fixer.
Right, kind of by default, especially if you continuously are that person, it's like by default you're just
Right.
become that person.
And Morgan, do you think that that happens because she's the mother? I mean, you're a mother of 3 little kids,
You
my
know,
kids are
r-
grown. What's your
right. I think being a mom, there's a lot of mom guilt too. Like, oh, I can't be the one to not talk to my kid. So I can imagine that there's levels of that too, of I've been this their whole life. So to step back and not be that person is kind of like, whoa, this is weird. It doesn't feel right because it's
and are you
uncomfortable.
talking about from the daughter's perspectives, it's weird to them because mom's not fixing it?
No, I feel like from the mom, it's weird for her to not fix it. Like for her to sit back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not step in and want to fix it probably is uncomfortable for her because that's what she's used to
Right.
doing. So we talked before, I know in another episode that just because things are uncomfortable doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Even good things you do in your life make you uncomfortable before you do
Right.
them, so,
Right. It's just new. It's
yeah.
unknown. So this is something you've not done. Not giving in to her is not something you haven't done before. And she's used to
Right,
that and you're used to that. So it's different for both
right.
of you, which
The
causes
thing
more
the thing
emotion.
is, if you've been following me for a while, and Morgan already knows this, I look at every side of everything,
Right.
because I feel if you can understand somebody else's perspective, that you'll understand why they're treating you the way they're treating you.
Right. And that doesn't
I
excuse behavior, but it
no,
makes you
and
understand
that's the
behavior.
video I filmed today was this exact thing that, um, understanding it
Right.
just makes it where you're not so hurt. So let's
Right. Like I
understand
get it.
this.
It makes
Let's
sense. Right.
yeah, let's understand. I think that these daughters have been so used to mom handling all their problems, whether it be monetary, where they're going to live. Obviously, the daughter didn't have a place to live or was looking for a place to live.
Right.
Um, the daughter would have benefited totally by having the grandma be able to watch the kid too.
Yeah.
But they're probably mad about that. And let's just go on a little tangent for a second. They're mad. The one's mad at you because you hung up the phone. We've all hung up the phone on somebody.
Right.
Every single one of us listening out there has hung up the phone on somebody.
Right.
And it's not always the best thing to do, but I understand why you did it.
Frustration. Right.
Sometimes, yeah, you're frustrated and you don't want it to lead to other things like,
Right. Or if you feel like you're not being
mm,
heard and you've tried to express yourself multiple times,
right.
a
Or maybe
shutdown.
you might say something that you really
Right.
shouldn't
You can't
say.
take back. Right.
So,
Right.
um, so when there's these blow ups with the relationships, I've told my kids this a ton of times, you never respond to anything when you're overly happy or overly mad. Like, don't, when you're mad, just go ahead and try to contact the person you're mad at
Right. It's
or
very
email the person you're
emotionally
mad at.
driven. I think that's when we make irrational decisions when you're
And it works too when you're happy though, Morgan, because if you're happy, I'm gonna agree to everything. You want me to
Mhm.
be PTA president? Oh, I'm on a
Right.
good day. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So it
Right.
works both
It's
ways.
so funny
So
me when you say that because I always say future Morgan always makes plans like, "Oh, someone's like, 'You wanna do this next week?'" And today I'm like, "Yeah," but then we get to that time and I'm like, "No, I don't wanna do it
yeah,
anymore." You can't do it off
yeah,
of those emotions you feel in that moment, right.
yeah. I think the thing, me being a parent of adult children with their adult lives, we have to, as parents, stop shifting from fixing everything. Because
Yes.
when the kids are
Oh,
little, like Morgan's kids, my grandkids,
yes.
she has to fix it. She
Yes.
has to
But
because they're little.
at the same time, I can see a huge difference with my kids in those who I helped with everything, like Jalen, my oldest. He was the first. Obviously, he was the first grandkid. He was the first baby. So everyone did everything for him. Jalen needs this. They do it. They do it. They do it. And so now having him try to do things sometimes on his own is a challenge because we did everything for him. So that's your
Right.
daughters. They're used to you doing everything. And so now it's a challenge because what? I have to be an adult and figure it out?
Yeah.
No. Mom is supposed to fix my problems.
Yeah, and we do that. I do that for my kids all the time. I still try to do that. I still try to
Right.
fix their problems, even when they don't want me to help fix their problems. They just
Right.
want me to listen.
It's
So
like instinct.
sometimes you need
Right.
to change from fixing to listening. Just
Yes.
listen to them, Lisa, just listen to them.
And maybe
And
they are trying to express something different through this. Like, yes, maybe there is something, like she said, maybe they're upset about the divorce, maybe they're upset about something else, and this is them trying to express that.
right. And, I'm a firm believer of we have to talk out everything if
Yeah.
there's an issue like this, but the way you bring it up is going to make a difference too.
Yes.
Like
It's not
something
what
like
you
this.
say, it's how you say it.
Yeah, like tell them, "I love you. I love you so much, and I really wanna talk to you, but I don't want us to hurt each other."
Right.
Something
Right.
like
No,
that.
it's not a tit for tat. We're not trying to take each other out.
Yeah, and you can even tell her you're sorry for hanging up the phone because it was a
Right.
little disrespectful,
Right.
but tell her that you didn't want it to keep going on, and I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
sorry goes a long way if you really mean it, you
I did
know?
mean it. Yes.
Um, and you just gotta rebuild the communication first. I think that's your first step, Morgan. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you gotta start. I mean, right now, I'm assuming that you're not talking because it ended the way it
Yeah,
ended, but you have
that's
to
what it
open
looks
up
like.
that door of communication so she knows that. I mean, you're still her mom at the end of the day. She still
Yeah.
wants to have a relationship with you. So, for sure,
And
communicate.
I was thinking when I was preparing for this, podcast that I would say, I hate that we argued. I want a healthy relationship, and I'm
Yeah,
here when we can talk calmly, but you also hugely have to set the boundary.
right.
If this conversation turns hurtful, I'm going to pause and come back later.
Yeah. Have a trigger word.
Yeah.
Bananas, something you just shout out when you feel like it's
Yeah.
getting too much. Bananas. Nope. Okay, we're shutting
But
it
I
down.
don't think there's anything wrong with that, Morgan. Do you, like,
No.
to have boundaries with
No,
y your
because like
even
I
your mom
said,
like that?
right, when your emotions get involved, sometimes you get very irrational with the things you say, with the things you do. So it's important to give both each other that opportunity to just kind of take a breath and we're going to come back
Yeah.
to it.
And the thing is, right now, it seems like you're not talking to them,
Right.
but don't look at that as punishment. Look at that as time to rebuild this
Get your thoughts.
relationship.
Right. Get your
Because
thoughts together.
obviously it was
Right.
shaky. It was shaky
Right.
before. So
Right.
you need to rebuild it. You need to start from the ground up and talk to them about it.
Right.
Get clarity. Um, and ask yourself, what would bring you more peace? What's going
Right.
to bring you more peace? Um, we never want to stay in a place where we feel like we're being punished all the time.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with expressing the feelings that I feel like you're around me because you want me to help pay you for stuff. I don't
Right.
think there's anything wrong with telling them
No,
that.
I mean, you have to express, they're not going to know how you feel if you don't express how you feel,
Right.
but not
Um,
in a you way, in a I feel this way.
yeah. I think maybe even too, Morgan, maybe the one daughter felt abandoned when she was gonna
Right.
move.
Right.
because
Well,
her mom
especially
was
you
the
got this
baby.
divorce, so
You're
who knows
right.
if the guy, I don't know what the situation is, but if he's involved still with the girls, so they're losing that aspect of maybe something that's
Yeah,
familiar to them, and then now their mom's saying, "I'm dipping out too." What I don't
it could
have
be that.
I
It
lost my
could be
people.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, I want to emphasize to everybody in every situation, you can love people deeply and still choose a life that doesn't drain you,
Right.
you know?
When you love people, that doesn't mean you have to put up with things.
Disrespect,
Right.
disrespect. Um, I just think, maybe as everything's cooled out, we don't know how long ago this happened, reach out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and reach out. I think the issues you've stated are very fixable
Oh,
issues.
for sure. Nothing is
Yeah, these are
right.
compared to we hear about many issues. These
Yeah.
are
Minimal.
not big issues
Right.
compared to the ones we hear.
Right.
Maybe you can even occasionally send a warm text or message that says, "Thinking about you." You know, sometimes it's hard to be the first one that reaches out. So
Right.
don't lecture, don't force a conversation, just gently rebuild this trust.
Right.
Um, but you're not a villain, Lisa. You are not the villain at all.
No.
Um, I think you're a mother who's probably been carrying quite a bit for way too
Right.
long, you know?
And maybe you have been released of a lot of that with this divorce, so maybe you kind of feel
Right.
and I understand the wanting to move away, you want a fresh start, you want a new beginning, so to say. So it
Oh,
makes sense.
exactly.
It makes
How
sense.
great it would be to move to a new city and not
And just start
accidentally run
fresh.
into your ex-husband
Right.
or
Right.
places you went to dinner together or
Right.
things
Good
that remind you.
memories.
You don't
Right.
want those to remind you. I
Right.
totally get moving. And I would think maybe the daughter would think that would be great too, but maybe there was reasons behind why she
Okay.
didn't want to move or felt awkward and then you just said this isn't going to
Right. And if
work.
that's her hometown, maybe that's familiar for her. So she's like,
Yeah.
this is all I know. To up and move is weird.
Right. Right. Um your daughters may not understand your heart right now, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean they never ever will.
Right.
Um and I just want to point out to everybody listening, healing isn't like this singular decision.
Right.
It's like a
It's not
path,
linear. Right.
like small, brave choices. It's a path that you're going to go
Right.
down. Now, and that I commend you for moving to a different town. That's
It's
hard to
hard.
do.
It's hard.
That's hard to move to a different town.
It is hard.
So, um, we commend you for that. But I want you to know you're not a villain. You're not the bad person,
Mhm.
but I really would like to see you talk to your daughters.
Yeah. Fix. It's a fixable
I think
problem. Like
everybody's
fixable
just
problem.
hurt. I'm
Yeah.
you're probably still hurt from the divorce too. Like,
Right. There's a lot going on at one time. A lot of transitions, a lot of change.
and maybe, just maybe you weren't treating your daughters the same as you had before because you were under so much stress. We don't know. We
Yeah.
don't know.
But
But
definitely have the conversation.
I'll just end this with saying
Definitely.
communication is number one.
Yes.
There's times when you'll hear me say in speeches that, you can walk away from some things. Those are different things. This we're not going to walk away from. You
Yeah.
know,
It's a fixable
you need your
problem.
daughter's support and they need your support right now. So, thank you, Lisa, for writing into us. We
Yes.
hope that that helped. We hope that that helped you ease this.
You can kind of guide your next steps of what you want to do.
Yeah, yeah, we hope that it did. And like we always say, please write into us with the different things you would like us to talk about.
Yeah.
Um, even if it's not you with the problem, if it's your sisters having the problem and you would just like to try to help
Some
them, let us
perspective.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And we don't use your real name. That wasn't her real name. Um, and nobody sees the letters but me and Morgan. So
That's
you
it.
never have to worry
Just
about
us.
that.
Yep.
So please keep following us. Please follow us on one of the other social medias too. We're hoping that you're looking at this at YouTube so you can see us.
Yes.
Yeah. And we will be doing another podcast in about 5 or 6 days. So
Yep.
write us a letter. Write us a letter. It could be
It
your
might be
letter.
yours.
Listen.
Right.
Yeah. We try to get on ones that are different kind of subjects, so write us a letter.
Relatable.
And thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time, and Morgan does our ending because she
All
does it so much
right.
better than me.
Mima out. Morgan out.